There's just never enough time with Vail Mountain Rescue, which is why we still have Dan Smith with us this morning, because Mondays are meant for safety and just kind of letting people know what's going on in our backcountry. So in our first interview this morning, we were talking about the necessity of having a beacon, a shovel, a probe, and also a good brain to make sure that you're navigating the backcountry. But, you know, we were just talking about, you know, before we took a break, that it doesn't take much snow to cause an avalanche that can really cause some damage to you.
Witness the one on Arapahoe Peak. There was enough to shove the guy sideways over a cliff. I believe the report said there was 12 to 18 inches of snow.
Okay.
You know, and 6 will do it. I mean, if you're crossing something as simple as one of the routes into Fowler Hut, where you're below an obvious avalanche spot, if there's 6 inches of snow on it and it runs 300 or 400 yards before it hits you, that's a lot of weight. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna, like I say, Black Hawk, you got better odds, they buy you a drink.
And with Vail Mountain Rescue, just in the past year, can you tell us how many different calls you've been out on and how many different avalanches you've responded to?
Well, we're at 124 calls so far this year against 125 last year. But winter, you know, January on, which was most of the winter we didn't have much in December. We had 13 snowmobilers and 24 skiers or snowboarders that we went looking for. Now, most were lost. We only had one avalanche call. We do get some calls where somebody sees ski tracks into a slide path and doesn't see them out. We'll get called to go check it out. And sometimes you can do that with binoculars. You can find the other guy's path. But again, by the time we get there, this is personal responsibility time. You and your friends are the people that are going to rescue you, not us. We're the ones that are going to bring you home to mama in a cardboard box. That's the hard, brutal rule of the event. Don't mess with the mountains. Get all the skills you can, and then suddenly discover the mountains are wiser than you are. They always are.
So you want to make sure that whoever you are going into the backcountry with, that you trust them.
Yeah, I like to be the worst skier in the group.
Okay.
That's a really good plan. If I'm the worst one, then, you know, and the group stays together, those are 2 requirements. You know, the group's got to stay together, which is a requirement with anything we have here. I'm going to be fine. They've got to have better equipment than I do. They have to know how to use it better than I do, and we'll be fine. Actually, the 100% method is my preferred way. Just don't get caught in one.
I also,
say no.
I like that too. I like that as well. Now with Vail Mountain Rescue, it's 100% volunteer.
Absolutely, nobody gets paid. And by the way, we don't charge anybody that we rescue. We're starting to answer the phone. Vail Mountain Rescue, we never charge, because we've had people call us late or not call us at all because they thought they were going to get a big honking bill. We don't send a bill. We pull you out. You might get a lecture. You know, you might wish to avoid that, but by not getting in trouble. But we don't ever bill anybody. Nobody gets paid. We buy all our own gear. We raise our money to buy our team gear. We get a tremendous amount of in-kind support from things like the sheriff and the National Guard, but not any cash money. And things take folding green dollars from time to time. And so it costs us about $100,000 a year to run the team.
Wow, that's impressive. Well, listen, a big thank you from all of us to all of you for the work that you guys are doing on a daily basis. We definitely appreciate the fact that we can call you in those binds, and I look forward to next week, Dan, find out what you've been up to.
Thank the kids. They're the ones out in the woods. I'm just the old fat guy in the warm room with the radio and the map.
You are not. Oh my gosh. VailMountainRescue.org if you'd like to find out more about this incredible organization or donate to all the great work that they do. Coming up, Mark has a look at that local weather forecast, and that includes some fresh snow headed this way.